Hi, I'm Natalia Garcia. I'm a 25-year-old certified interior designer with a commercial designation. I've been practicing in Los Angeles, California for the past 5 years. And as you read on the title of this video, I'm burned out. According to the Mayo Clinic, burnout, specifically job burnout, is a state of physical or emotional exhaustion that also involves a sense of reduced accomplishment and loss of personal identity. Sounds accurate. Burnout symptoms. Have you become cynical or critical at work? Do you drag yourself to work and have trouble getting started? Have you become irritable or impatient with coworkers, customers, or clients? Do you lack the energy to be consistently productive? Do you find it hard to concentrate? Do you lack satisfaction from your achievements? Do you feel disillusioned about your job? Are you using food, drugs, or alcohol to feel better or to simply not feel? Not full force 100%, especially on the drugs thing. Maybe food and alcohol, but I don't think we're 100% there. Have your sleep habits changed? Are you troubled by unexplained headaches, stomach or bowel problems, or other physical complaints? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you might be experiencing job burnout. Well, that's a yes to basically all of those. So what do I think contributed to my burnout? I think there were two main factors, my commute and my workload. I live in Corona, California, and that is about 53 miles outside of LA. So that equates to about 1 to 3 hours of drive time, depending on the day of the week and what time you leave. So in order to combat that and make my life a little less stressful, I take the train. When I was working in Culver City, that was 3 hours door to door each way. So for a total of 6 hours every day, I was on a train or hopping between trains or walking to work. When I moved to downtown LA for work the past 2 years, that commute time actually went down by about 2 hours for a total of 4 hours. The train has been great. You know, it doesn't really save me any time. I'd probably be spending about the same amount of time if I were driving, but it does save me a little stress because I'm not the one operating the train. And I mean, it's taught me discipline and time management. I've had to be a lot more organized and plan my life around the train schedule. And that leads me to work. I would say that I do take on a lot of things, both personally and work-related. I purposely choose smaller firms to work at because I wanted to learn as much as possible in a short amount of time. So working in a smaller office, you have to wear a lot of different hats and do a lot of different things, which has been great. And I have learned a lot and I'm very thankful for that. But the past 2 years, I've definitely bitten off more than I can chew. And well, it's gotten to the point where at work, I took on so much stuff and then I took on a lot of things in my personal life. And I was trying to pack in as much as possible in the short amount of time that I had outside of my commute, outside of the office, that I was actually manifesting a lot of that stress, and it appeared as pain in my shoulder, specifically my right shoulder. So right now I have like full range of movement, feels great, no pain. But there was a time that there were like a few months where I was training for a long bike trek. I was running 5Ks on the weekends. I was on a softball team and I was doing work, 40 plus hour weeks. Plus on weekends I was still working, I was bringing all that home. I was working on the train. I wasn't getting a lot of sleep. I was getting maybe about 4 to 5 hours of sleep. maybe 6 if I was lucky. And that was just so much that Monday the pain would show up in my shoulder. Wednesday it would reach its peak, and that would typically be around the same time that we'd have deadlines due at work. And then Thursday and Friday would kind of die down, and Saturday and Sunday would be completely fine. No pain at all. But it got so bad that I was wearing icy hot patches to be able to sleep. It just wasn't healthy for me to continue with that schedule anymore, because it just became a vicious cycle of wake up, go to work, come back home, sleep, and repeat. I didn't feel helpful. I still don't feel productive. I was feeling like I wasn't accomplishing anything. So I did some thinking and made the decision to leave my job. The 17th was actually my last day, and it was difficult because I love the people that I work with a lot, and for a long time I really enjoyed the industry that I worked in. Design is something that I was very passionate about, and now I don't really feel that way anymore. I want to be passionate about it. I want to care about the work that I'm doing. But I don't anymore. I've lost that feeling. I've done a lot of things, but it doesn't feel like they matter, if that makes any sense. It just doesn't feel like what I'm doing matters. And there's also a part of me that feels like I failed. And that's a hard thing to deal with. I'm not pursuing another job in the interior design industry, at least not for the next year. I've decided to give myself 1 year to focus on the things that I've pushed aside for the past 5, in hopes that that gives me kind of a full reset, and I kind of rediscover a passion for something, whether that be interior design or something else. But yeah, just kind of do that and document it and put it here on this YouTube channel and see if this experiment, I guess, works. What can you expect from me on this channel? Well, 1, monthly updates, so videos like this where I'm just talking to you about what's going on in my head, how I'm feeling, if this is working, just a check-in with you guys. And then videos on things that interest me. I'll take you with me on race days. You'll see my training when I go running. And then we've also got the California Coast Classic with the Arthritis Foundation in October. I went on that trip last year. It's an 8-day bike ride from San Francisco down to LA. And when I say bike, I don't mean a motorcycle. I mean like an actual bicycle that you pedal, or a unicycle, or elliptical bike, or a recumbent bike. People ride all sorts of things on that trip. It's a good time, and it all benefits the foundation and those suffering with arthritis. So I'm going to take you guys on that trip with me again this year. I'm also going to do a recap video of last year's trip and show you the training for that, as well as the fundraising, and we'll chat a little bit more about it in the future. Also cooking videos. Currently trying to go vegan in order to see how that affects my training. So we've got a cookbook provided by my mother. Thanks, Mom. And we're going to go through all the recipes in that book. At least that is the goal for this year. And then I'll just share with you guys my experience with public transportation. Basically go over the things that I wish I knew when I started using public transit, in hopes that it helps you in any way, shape, or form. And we've also got style tips. I'll take you into my closet, show you guys the thought process behind shopping and a bunch of other things, in hopes that it helps you, or maybe you can provide some feedback for me. And then last but not least, what kind of Virgo would I be if I didn't talk about planning and organization? I've kind of become obsessed with it, simply because being organized and planning and being more efficient with my time has helped me with my commute and fitting as much as possible into my day and trying to be productive. So that about sums it all up. I hope this video helps someone out there who might be feeling the same way, even if it's just to let you know that you're not the only person that feels that way. And hopefully my future videos are helpful to anyone that, you know, is interested in any of those things that I just mentioned. You can follow me on Instagram. Snapchat is a great place to follow me. And I also have a Twitter, but I don't really do anything with it. Probably will be posting that I'm, you know, putting a video up or something, but feel free to follow me there. I'll also have an email in the description box for anyone that wants to either collaborate on a video, or if you want to get in touch with me about that bike ride. If that sounded interesting to you, even the short amount of information that I provided in this video, hit me up. And we'll see if we can get you signed up. Slots are going fast because this year is the 20th anniversary, so it's going to be a fun ride. But yeah, go ahead and reach out to me there. Go ahead and like this video if you liked it. Give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see what I do this year. Alright, so welcome to Project Burnout, and I'll see you guys next video.